What's up, guys? This is Jason from the Jason&Jabari Gaming, and today we have Alliance War number 4 of Season 41, and today we'll be up against SGA-1. This is a interesting war, I will say, for myself. Yeah. Slight miscalculation is all I can say. But the team that I'll be bringing in is Magneto, Gallon, and I-Bomb. After talking with my pod, I came up with this plan, and it seemed like it was a decent plan, but yeah, it actually wasn't. So it was a mistake on my part, and yeah, we'll get to that when we get to it. But the first fight is going to be this Nimrod. As you can see, I'm boosted. I'm kind of multicolor boosted for various fights. But the first two fights that I'll be taking are with Gallon. I think I start off with a combat regen. And that's just basically so I can stay topped off on health. This shouldn't take too long. I do get clipped right there, but yeah, I throw off the special one, and that's it, man. Very simple fight. So we're gonna move on to the next one, and that is actually a Crossbones on 24. First time I'm seeing this placement. Crossbones is relatively an easy defender. I like to bait out his special ones and not push him to his special two. Gallon is a global attacker, so we're going to have that neutralize up pretty consistently, so he can't get those fury buffs and start going crazy. Also with Gallon, we can't be nullified and all that stuff, so that's another plus. So the buffet essentially doesn't matter. So we're just going to town. He did shrug that, but you notice he didn't get the fury because we had those neutralize up. But he did shrug it, so that's when I decided to be a little more cautious. And again, I'm just baiting special ones. So far the plan's working as intended. I don't need to build up to max. I think he's already halfway down because my normal hits are doing significant damage. So after this, I go ahead and heavy throw it off. I'm at 730 planetary mass, and he is dead. So another relatively straightforward, simple fight. And now we're on path 3, section 2, and this is where I made my big blunder and mistake. Yeah, it was costly. We do have iDoom after this, and I feel like it's important to say that because here on this node with an armor up, you'll take shock damage with the static shock, and Venom also naturally causes bleed on some of his hits, so I figured mags would be the perfect counter because I can counter the shocks and with my resistance, and I should be healing from them. And also yeah, if I get tagged and I start bleeding, that won't be a problem either. So it made sense on paper. It made sense on paper. Here's the problem. I am losing health right now. If you see that, the shock is actually causing me with one tick to lose health. And I kind of noticed it. I'm like, why am I losing health here? I should be healing. Yeah, willpower is not actually reversing that. It's mitigating it significantly, but it's not reversing it. Well, it wouldn't actually reverse it, but yeah. So I tried to do my long parry because I was so used to playing the Magneto style. That was on me, and I got tagged. Lost my indestructible boost, which I went in with to play safe. And then I just throw off my special 3 because he ate all my prowess, and I'm like, okay, this is terrible. So I'm gonna reset. So that did 0 damage basically. The flourish buff is actually a problem. So now I'm flustered. So now I'm like, oh crap. Now I'm just gonna do basic combos and get to special ones and throw them off. Look, I have 4 shocks on me. My health is melting, and I'm like, we have a problem. We have Houston. We have a real problem here. So now I'm like, oh wow, this is bad. This is really bad. And of course I'm letting them, hit me on the block so I can parry him. And here I have the bright idea to bait out his special 2, but not block it. I was completely flustered, so I tried to dex it to keep my health, and I obviously ate it. And now I'm like, okay, now we're really in trouble. And now he has his true strike up, and I'm just like, this is bad. And I get caught on the dash back and die. Why am I such an idiot? All right, well, I talked to my officers. I let them know what happens. We actually thought on paper that was a decent idea, because on paper it seemed like a good idea. It was not a good idea. Don't do that, guys. Learn from my mistakes. So now we go in with Gallon with Power Start 1. If he has the armor up, which of course he does, I throw off my special 1 to intercept him with, which we do cleanly. And now he's just backing off. Now the AI is backing off, knowing that I have to neutralize on him. So he waits, of course, so he can get his buff. And I'm like, this AI is such a dick. And then, yeah. So I'm just like, okay, well, we only got to finish him off. He doesn't have his armor up, so we do have the neutralize on, so that's perfect. I just heavy right there because I know this is going to kill. I go for a full combo to throw off my special 1 and finish him off. But I was very, very mad and disappointed in myself. But I still have a job to do, so I need to maintain composure, even though I feel like a loser for dying and being completely stupid about how that actually would have actually worked. Now, it sounded good on paper, but it doesn't mean that it actually was going to work as well as I wanted it to. You add in a little mix of playing like a scrub, and then yeah, that's what happens. So, all right, you guys have seen me take this fight I don't know how many times at this point. This is another rank 5. Actually, last war I took a rank 5 IDOOM. Strategy for this fight is throw off my special 1s, block his specials. Actually, block his special 1. I'm going to dex his special 2. And yeah, unless he goes unblockable, then I'm not going to worry about it. The block proficiency, since he is a metal champion, equates to 0 damage most of the time. So it's actually safer than just getting clipped by the special 1, which is kind of tricky to do. So yeah, there you can see it, 0 damage. We're still relatively healthy. And I'm just going to constantly recycle special 1s. That's about it. Another thing that I didn't think about that we talked about was throwing off my special 2 with mags. That applies the armor break, which I could have refreshed actually with just a parry heavy. But honestly, in the heat of the moment, I didn't think about it at all. I was trying to figure out how I was going to get out of that situation. That was the best idea I came up with, and then noticing all those shocks on me and then my health just melting again, just completely got me all frazzled, which seldomly happens, to be honest. But yeah, it did happen. Not making excuses, it is on me. I'll take the death. I know I need to do better there, but I am trying to explain what was going on in my mental state during said moments. But yeah, down IDOOM goes. That's another rank 5 in the bin. Simple fight with red mags. And yeah, so it just made sense to me to have mags for dual fights right there, but I would not advise that you guys do that. Moving on to my last fight, I have this mini boss thing that I have I-bomb for. I was not playing the best here. This is still fresh from the death. And yeah, you guys are going to see that I played this terrible. I just played this absolutely god awful. I am going with the invo boost to play safe, just in case I accidentally parry before a poison applies, which I think it does happen, or during the cooldown phase or whatever. Actually, I think that actually does happen here. So that was actually good on me to do that. I'm very comfortable with playing Thing with I-bomb. I do it all the time in battlegrounds, so I'm very comfortable with taking this fight. Basically, we're going to constantly gain power. It's just that simple. We're going to constantly gain power. We're going to throw off our special 2. As soon as we are able, we get him to his 15, we bait that out. Then we automatically go for our special 2. That's awesome. And then I think something happens here. It's coming up. I can't quite remember. I know I throw that off. That was really nicely done, but something comes up here in a second. Yeah, I think so I accidentally parried right there trying to dash back. And it's a good thing I used my invul boost. But then I immediately thought it was coming in, so I throw my special 1 to keep up my poisons and thinking I was going to intercept him with it. It didn't. And then here we get him to 14, and I don't know. I think that's it. I think that's the end of my mistakes, honestly. Yeah, that's it. But you know, I didn't play as well as I could. Normally I finish with 100% health, but yeah, my BG did absolutely god awful. BG1 and BG2, shout out to you guys for carrying us. We did win this war, but normally we get donuts and stuff like that, so us being the worst battle group is a little unsettling, and I definitely contribute to that. So I apologize to everyone for my death. I'm definitely going to strive to do better for the rest of the season. Yeah, man, we won pretty handily. So that's it. Like and subscribe. We're trying to get to our next milestone of 10,000, and with you guys' help we can definitely get there. Peace.